Labmatic beats all day.
Call of Duty, baby! It's back! Serving up a new generation of G Fuel competitive gamers
Oh,
and
wow.
Dorito eating casuals. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, wow. You gotta quit starting fires, bro. Wow.
It's true, man.
So, this is our first look at Modern Warfare 2, Activision's latest installment to the series for the next generation of consoles and PC players. And we're gonna run our mouth about it and get no views. So, here we go. Starting off here, Isiah, were you impressed by this demo?
Alright, man. I'm not gonna hate on it. I used to do that in my past videos, but I'm not gonna do that anymore. I'm gonna give this newest installment a fair chance. And I'm gonna say, man, there were some things that I enjoyed. I'll be honest, and there are some things that, you know, they definitely brought me some relief to not see in the game,
Let them know.
especially in this early demo. And by the way, I saw your reaction video, brother.
Oh, yeah?
Good stuff.
Appreciate
Good
it.
stuff. If our audience members want to check out a live first impressions video about it, I'll definitely drop a like on that.
Appreciate the love.
But for me, the main takeaways I got from this were, you know, just give me a solid improvement over the Modern Warfare 2 that released in 2019. And it seems like they fulfilled their obligations to gamers based off this footage,
True.
you know, but the multiplayer has yet to be seen. So
True.
they've got some dark waters to swim through. if you know.
Oh, you said it, ladies and gentlemen, not me. All right. Well, I think we can all agree that the general population buys COD every year just to play with friends online, but the campaign modes have always been a one and done type scenario.
Yep.
But for Modern Warfare's campaign, as well as the previous iteration of these games, they had a bit of depth to them to the point where you were at least invested in the characters as you went along. And I mean, me personally, I played Black Ops 3, Cold War, Vanguard, all strictly for multiplayer. Never installed the campaign on my PC. So,
There you go, man. That's the conundrum that we're all in, you know. So let's go ahead and break this down here. As far as the highlights go, one of the major things that stuck out to me were the AI. Okay, the AI was taking out enemies left and right. Now, obviously, they weren't going full-blown Rambo, but they were putting in some work alongside our human operator player. And, you know, at the very least, it just didn't look scripted, okay? Now, in older COD games, your teammates either killed enemies during a cutscene, and then you really couldn't do anything, to be honest, or they just shot randomly at whatever direction and not killing anybody. They look like your teammates in multiplayer doing 360 no-scopes and missing shots.
yeah.
All the time. Like bootleg. Why can't I say this? Like like bootleg FaZe Clan members, man. Terrible. But you know, Medal of Honor was probably one of the earliest examples of this change, and you know, I'm glad they brought this over to the Modern Warfare 2 of 2022, man.
Yes, sir.
Another hit or miss feature you can debate about are the good old throwbacks for the previous games. You mentioned in your video about the map and mission layouts to be similar to the ship raid mission from Modern Warfare 1. Which,
yeah.
you know, depending on how you view it, you can really see this game as either being a low-key nostalgic cash grab or a chance to build on fundamentals and create a new experience for the players. Brandon, any thoughts on this?
That might be a reach, but I mean, I see both sides logically. I think if developers properly utilize the next gen hardware and deliver on the graphics and sound design of things, that's what gets them in the door. And looking at this footage, it looks like they're doing that. At least they're on their way to delivering a good quality looking game. Okay? There has to be little things that add to the overall gameplay experience. they gotta add to the replayability aspect of the game.
So, I mean, are you talking multiplayer or are you talking single player or both? What's going on here?
Both, yeah. I mean, more so multiplayer than anything else because that's what everybody gravitates towards.
Sure.
But I shouldn't feel like I'm looking and hearing an old gen PS4 game. You know, that's why Horizon Forbidden West got a lot of praise because it truly looks and sounds like a next gen game. Even though the gameplay is fairly identical to the prequel, it's just a game that elevates what next gen hardware, and in this case the PS5, but it shows how much graphics and sound design matters in a good game.
Alright, there it is, man. Now, moving on into the elements that I was relieved to not see in the game, right off the bat, I'm glad this game is set in the modern era.
Yes.
Speaking for myself, I just wasn't a fan of the futuristic weapons and technologies from past games, and it got played out very, very fast.
Yeah.
To the point where you thought developers were running out of ideas for the franchise. And by franchise, I mean Call of Duty. Now, don't get me wrong, 2042 made some vast improvements. You guys know how I feel about that game, but it's nowhere near the quality of work that BF3 was. Now, the return to the modern era of military tech is a change that I think we all needed, whether or not you were in the camp for Battlefield or Call of Duty.
I feel you on that one, bro. Yeah. Now, Isaiah, were there any disappointments that you had while watching the gameplay? And what are your expectations for multiplayer?
Any disappointments? No, everything was pretty much as I expected for a next-gen COD game. Aside from the graphical fidelity and smoother animations, I saw the MP5, the P90, the Vector. They all made a return to the game. I could be nitpicky and say I want to see some new guns in the final game's release, but that's a minor thing in my eyes, especially with modern day technology. Maybe they could have showcased a daylight mission, but I get it. They wanted to show off the new water effects and physics and so forth. But everyone seems to think that everything looks better when it's wet and shiny. So, I'll give them that. But no major disappointments. As far as multiplayer goes, I expect the gunsmith customization to return. I'd like to see the clan logo customizations return from the Black Ops 2 days. Those were always nice to see everyone's custom clan tags and clan logos. Input matchmaking would be cool, because, if you disable crossplay, it takes forever to get a match, man. And I know some players are struggling with that scenario. I'd also like to see the time to kill to be a little bit longer. Now, I could just suck at the game, but
you already know.
I thought I died way too quickly in previous Modern Warfares. So, just give me balance, and I'll be fine.
This man said balance.
Shut
With
up.
a 0.7 KD ratio.
We're not going to talk about that. Oh, man, getting roasted here.
So, we're going to wrap up this segment here with some closing thoughts. To start, I like where this game is headed. The graphics look nice. They introduced some new wave motion physics that will hopefully be integrated into multiplayer. And to me, that is a big factor in making this game stand out. Now, they've revamped the sound, as we all know from the demo. Icons are easier to see and read. All that stuff is real. IP60, is this game worth $60 or $70+ ?
It's too early to tell, man. Too early to tell. What I will say, though, is that they need to have this game ready and functioning properly on release day. This can't be another episode of BF 2042. Fans don't want to see a day one patch of core gameplay mechanics, like hit detection or poor optimization on high-end hardware. like RTX 3070 Ti's getting 40% utilization. Get out of here, man. Now, I know multiplayer has yet to be seen, but again, if the presentation is fire, and the game actually works on proper hardware, no matter what system you're playing on, you have the recipe for a good game. So let's hope for the best, man.
Yes, sir. So
That's all I
till
gotta
next
say.
time, I'm Brandon Cherry. He is Isiah Uchillo. Much love, and remember,
Oh, was I
you're
supposed to?
supposed to do your.
Oh, my fault! My fault! Oh, man. Till next time, remember to keep your mind set on your goals for the future and everyone you care about today. And as always, be consistent with your endeavors, and you will pull through. We're out here, man.